everybody, welcome back to MTDCNC. I'm Meaghan Ziemba and I'm here in Mount Prospect, Illinois at the Kitamura showroom and I'm super excited. First up I have Richard who is from FactoryWiz. Hello Richard, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. I'm glad to be here.
So Richard, what are we doing here at the lovely Kitamura showroom?
Well, FactoryWiz and Kitamura have a partnership where we actually provide software that is provided in their machines for free so their customers can use some entry-level IoT features, Internet of Things features, to get started with machine monitoring. And we'd like to talk about that. That's called Anywhere Remote.
Awesome. I was going to ask you, what is Anywhere Remote? Because this is right in the center of your screen here. So Can you describe what that is?
Well, Anywhere Remote comes preloaded on all new Kitamura machines. So you can actually get your machine on the showroom or on the shop floor. You can get it all hooked up and start cutting parts and then instantly set it up on your network so it's pushing information out via emails or to TV dashboards, or if you want to take the next level, of course, to a full FactoryWiz monitoring system.
Awesome. So then who do we have that we're going to be talking to today to kind of explain the benefits of Anywhere Remote and the relationship that you have with FactoryWiz?
Well, we're going to go to Sal from Kitamura. He's
Awesome.
the guru, and he will show us on the controller exactly what we're talking about.
Great. So he's going to show us the insights of machine monitoring and also kind of give us the benefits of how this is helping companies make more informed decisions about their shop floor.
Absolutely.
So Sal, it's good to meet you. Thanks for joining us today. Rich did a wonderful introduction and kind of dove into the partnership that Kitamura and FactoryWiz have together, but can you give us a little bit more information on how that partnership started and what it meant for Kitamura to really link up with FactoryWiz?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and thank you, Richard, for having me in his video and FactoryWiz. So yes, absolutely. Kitamura and FactoryWiz have a long-lasting partnership, and that started in efforts to introduce customers to machine monitoring.
Okay.
And for us, it was very important that introduce something that will give customers a introductory applications that would fit not only a large company but also mid-size or a small-size company.
Okay.
So with that, customers will have a taste of being able to see exactly and monitor exactly what is happening on their machines, what is happening in their machine shops. This way, customers can react and make their work and make their shop function much more fluidly
Gotcha.
and smoothly.
So you said it's an introduction sort of application. So for companies who might not have yet started their journey into machine monitoring and then they want to really get a handle on all of the data that they have going on within their shop.
Right, exactly. So we have ability through Anywhere Remote, and it's an easy access to the software. All you have to do is basically slide the screen down, and this way the main menu pops in, and here we have an application called Anywhere Remote, which we can access just by pressing an icon. So it's super easy. And then within here, customer has ability to say, well, I want certain people in my shop to be informed if something happens. So let's say, we're running a job and there is multiple parts coming off, and I want to be notified when every part comes off, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I have to machine 500 parts within a week, right? So with this software, I will be notified by email or text message every time a cycle is complete. This way, I know exactly, okay, I'm producing 10 parts every hour. So moving on down the road, I can predict if this job is going to be completed by the end of the week or the next week, or if there is any delays. That can be understood, that can be realized and reacted upon. So very, very powerful software. Even at the introductory stage, we have a ton of information coming out of the machine directly to the user, directly to the supervisor, directly to the managers, who at that point can be very reactive and address situations as needed.
So it's not only strengthening like the relationships that supervisors have with their employees, but it's also strengthening the relationships that businesses have with their customers, because if it's monitoring like delays or something that could slow down productivity and make something late, or if it could make something a little bit earlier, that information can actually be communicated to the customer as well.
Exactly. And monitoring the production is one side, but also going from the maybe a little bit more negative side. If there is an issue, let's say something happens, machine is running unattended, utilizing robotics, utilizing pallet system where a machine doesn't have to stop, right? And at that point, everything's automated. So and you don't have to have anybody by the machine. So at this point, if let's say something happens, and I'll set up notifications with a alarm notification. So let's say my shop power goes down, right? Or my shop air goes down, and machine is no longer in production. This way, this system will send an email to my maintenance to let them know, hey, something happened on this machine. So first thing, when you come in the morning, please address this issue. So as far as being able to minimize the downtime of the machine, this software is very, very powerful. This application is very, very powerful. And having this on your machine is very, very useful.
Well, I think I overheard you and Rich talking about an instance too where a guy got a notification on his mobile device and he was by the shop anyway, so he just kind of pulled in and took care of the issue that came up on his mobile device right then and there because he was just happening to be in the area at the same time. So I think that gives you a lot of flexibility and adaptability as well too. So compared to other solutions on the market, what really sets this apart then?
First of all, Anywhere Remote is only available on automatic control. It's only available at Kitamura. What sets this apart? It is free. Anybody who buys a Kitamura or has currently a Kitamura with automatic control can have that. So we can, if customers who bought the machine before 2016, we can send that file. Customer can monitor that, can install it, and customer can have that introductory machine monitoring software on their machine.
It seems very user-friendly too because of the touch screen. Like this really reminds me of the things that my kids are using at home, watching their videos and playing some of their games. So it seems really user-friendly and very easy to pick up if nobody has experience on it.
Yes, simplicity of it is very useful. With all the complicated things, I mean, the machine itself is a very complicated piece of equipment. So having something that is simple to use is very useful and anybody can set it up. I mean, all you have to do is go to the recipient, put in your email address, and that's basically what it is.
And I think with everybody automating their processes and the whole conversation around digitization, there's so much data out there, and this really kind of focuses on what that data means, and it gives companies a plan of action if something goes wrong.
That is correct.
Awesome. Well, Sal, thank you so much. We're going to go back to Rich and talk to him and get more into the desktop sort of things and see how all of this pulls together. So thank you so much for having us here at your showroom. I really appreciate it. All right, now we're back again with Rich. We just heard a lot of the great benefits from Sal, from Kitamura, about the Anywhere Remote solution on the machine. So now Rich is going to expand on everything with the dashboard. So Rich, can you tell me what this image is here, right?
Well, I think this is actually the most exciting part of Anywhere Remote. This is what we call Anywhere Remote TV. This is a dashboard system that you can launch around your factory floor, mount it on the walls, mount it in aisleways, to give visibility to your supervisors and your operators and management on what's going on for all of your Kitamura machines.
That's amazing. So what exactly is the information that it's showing here? Can you explain all of these colors to me? Because that looks like a really colorful screen. Yeah.
So at a glance, I could be 50 feet away from this screen and I could tell which of my machines are running because those are all the blue machines.
Okay.
So in a perfect world, we're going to have every machine blue and cutting parts all at the same time. But if something is not running, we're of course keeping track of that. We have things like the override dials, so if someone has adjusted the feed rate override down or up, it gets highlighted in another color, so you can spot it right away and go resolve that problem with the machine. Or we can see a timeline. We can see throughout the day, first the machines were turned off, and then this one was waiting to be powered up all the way, and now it's green and running. It's giving us kind of a snapshot just for what these machines in this one particular area have been doing since you got here today.
Now, is there a limit to how many machines you can have on a dashboard? Because right now it looks like there's 6 machines running here in the showroom. What if you are at a bigger company?
Right. Well, the Anywhere Remote TV is our entry-level free solution that we provide for all Kitamura customers. And it will have up to 10 machines on one dashboard. And of course, you could have multiple Anywhere Remote TVs launched around the shop to show more. There are advanced features that, of course, if you go to a full FactoryWiz monitoring system and you have 150 machines that you want to integrate in one dashboard, that would be part of the feature set that we could give you for a full system.
Gotcha. Well, I feel like there's more that you can do with just this dashboard. So what else can people get with FactoryWiz if they're looking for more?
We really think that this is useful on its own. Someone could get started with this and they could have immediate results. And of course, it doesn't cost anything, so there's no reason not to. But if you get to the point where you need reporting, you need tablets on the shop floor, you need mobile access from your phone, you need integration with your ERP system so that your data is the same all across your enterprise, that is what FactoryWiz monitoring does. I'm going to reach over and change the screen here real quick. So this is what we call the full FactoryWiz monitoring system. This is something you could access from your desk, you could access from your phone, you could have reports pushed out to you via email. This is keeping track of every piece of machinery in your facility, keeping history for as long as you want, giving you analytics, giving you integration with the ERP system, giving you push notifications, and giving ways for operators to collaborate and work together and communicate out on the shop floor.
So it's really helping people make sense of all the data that they're collecting and organizing it in one place for them to see it anywhere that they want.
That's it, yeah. We bring it together from a vast array of sources and we put it in one place so you can sit back at your desk or sit at home or sit on the beach and see what's going on.
Well, Rich, thank you for taking the time to show us all of the benefits and the great information that FactoryWiz helps, especially on the Kitamura machines. So if you're looking for a great product that's going to help you streamline all of your data and give you real operational insights in real time, make sure to connect with FactoryWiz. I'm Meaghan Ziemba, and this has been another episode of MTDCNC.